Mike Craven, talk me into why I should be interested in the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Well, Joey McGuire's a favorite of everybody, right? Like, Joey McGuire could walk into your family like Thanksgiving and convince you that he's always been a part of your family and that you just forgotten it, And so, like, Jones AT&T Stadium is maybe the second best place to watch a college football game in the state when it's packed. Kyle Field, I think, just kind of dominates that list, right? But Jones is fun. Like, Texas Tech is a fun place to watch, and they're going to have some big games out there. Like, Texas, when they come out there, and it's Texas versus Texas Tech, that's going to be a fun home game. Hosting Houston is going to be a fun home game. So they have a really fun, good schedule. Like,
they get OU at home. It's a tough schedule.
Yeah, it's a tough schedule, but week in, week out, there's going to be a team to play. And first-year head coaches in the transfer portal, I think, are under more pressure. Because it's not like, well, you got to give me 2 or 3 recruiting cycles to get my guys in there. Nah, McGuire brought in 5 new offensive linemen. And so, like, they're gonna want to play right away. I think the reason to watch Texas Tech is Zach Kittley. That offense is going to be fun. I don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback. I'd imagine it's Tyler Shuck. But that offense is going to be really, really fun. Like, he's putting up 80 points a game at Houston Baptist, right? I mean, they scored like 1,000 points last year at Western Kentucky, right? And those were with under-recruited guys. He's going to have more talent, in theory, at Texas Tech than he ever had at those previous 2 stops. They're going to be really fun. I think it's going to remind us a lot of Texas Tech in their glory years. Maybe not winning 9 or 10 games, but in terms of scoring 40 or 50 points. And then that defense is going to be like boom or bust. Like, they're calling themselves the Take 3 defense, right? They've come up with this algorithm that shows that if you win the turnover battle by 3 turnovers or more a game, you win like 99.8% of your games or something like that. So they're going to give up points, they're going to give up yards, but they're also going to make plays, and they're also going to take chances. That's something we haven't seen Texas Tech do in a while. They usually just kind of sit back and just like take this slow death defensively. I don't think that's what DC Tim DeRuyter is going to do. So they're going to be a fun team. I think it's going to remind a lot of people of those Mike Leach teams where they're either winning or losing, 50-42, and it's going to be must-watch TV every single time. Take the over.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be a good over-under team early in the year as people kind of adjust to like how many points Texas is going to score.
I've said this before, and we've talked about it around the office. What is so fascinating about Texas Tech is because they're bringing in Joey McGuire is schematically agnostic. Like, he's a guy who, especially on the offensive side, he's got some ideas on defense and stuff that he wants to do, but like offensively, he will, if he's got a guy who is a scrambling quarterback like he had, in the 06 run to a state championship, then it's like, yeah, let's let him loose. And if he's got more of a passing attack or if he's got a ground and pound team, he's going to fit the scheme to that. And so that's why bringing in Zach Kittley was so interesting, because it's like, all right, obviously he thinks that's where they can recruit, which is probably right. If you're in the state of Texas, you might as well recruit quarterbacks and receivers because nobody puts out more than them.
And it's proven that they'll go to Lubbock.
Yes.
Like, that happened.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it, and you could say, hey, look at Cliff Kingsbury, look at Pat Mahomes, look at these quarterbacks that we've put in the league and put in big spots. They will be fascinating. They might go 5-7, but they'll be fascinating.
I think it's more likely they go 5-7 than 7-5, but it doesn't mean this year's team is worse than last year's team. That schedule is just crazy. At North NC State, like, that's going to be. I mean, NC State. I think when I say that, people don't like, oh wow, NC State. That's a top 15 team in the country, right? So it's going to be hard to get to 6 wins for them. But they should be a lot of fun to watch trying to do so.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.